Hi, this is teacher Jen from Camglish.com and welcome again to a new lesson on essential English patterns. Today we will discuss a new pattern, and it's the pattern, what's the best way to? What's the best way to? What's the best way to? In this pattern, you're asking what is the most suitable or desirable way to do something. Again, in this pattern, what's the best way to? You're asking what is the most suitable or desirable way to do something. Now, let's discuss the following sample sentences so that we can understand it better. Number 1. What's the best way to get there? What's the best way to get there? In this pattern, you are asking what's the most suitable way to go somewhere. Number 2. What's the best way to organize this? What's the best way to organize this? In this pattern, you are asking what's the most suitable way to put something together. Number 3. What's the best way to proceed? What's the best way to proceed? Here, you are asking what's the most desirable way to continue what you're doing or something that you're doing. And number 4, what's the best way to get to the mall? What's the best way to get to the mall? In this pattern, you are asking what is the most desirable way to get to the mall. And then number 5, what's the best way to make a good impression? What's the best way to make a good impression? Here, you're asking what's the most desirable way to make a good impression on something or on someone. Okay? Now it's our turn to make our own sentences. So my sentences: what's the best way to study English? What's the best way to study English? In my question or sentence, I am asking, what is the most suitable or desirable way to study English? Okay? Or it's like I'm asking, what's the best way or the best way where I can get advantage on studying English? How about you? What is your question or sentence? Very good. Now let's have a review and read the following sentences once more. Please follow me. What's the best way to get there? What's the best way to get there? What's the best way to organize this? What's the best way to organize this? What's the best way to proceed? What's the best way to proceed? What's the best way to get to the mall? What's the best way to get to the mall? What's the best way to make a good impression? What's the best way to make a good impression? Very good. Now, let's go on to the dialogue part. And for dialogue number 1, I will be speaker A, you will be speaker B. For dialogue number 2, I will be A and you will be speaker B. Let's start with number 1. I have a lot of trouble sleeping. I've tried everything. Relaxation techniques help. Very good. Now let's go into number 2. That is the lowest price I can offer. Yes, I think I can find something. Come with me. Very good. So, as you can see, our pattern is easy to use in our daily conversations. Now, I can expect that you can use or you will use this pattern whenever you have the chance to express yourself in English. Now, let's go back here. And I want you to review this pattern together with the sample questions or sentences. I want you to memorize all the questions here because they might come in handy when you are expressing yourself in English. But of course, don't forget to make your own sentences as well because it can help you practice and enhance your English skills. Now, this is the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something. This is Teacher Jen from Camblish.com saying goodbye and see you on our next video. Goodbye!